Oh man, it is obviously frustrating to see Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn and Andrew Schultz get on their podcast and express confusion about what Donald Trump is doing. Like, how could we have known he would be so evil? Well, because he ran on being evil. He ran on mass deportation. He ran on militarizing the police. He lied on the debate stage and said that immigrants were kidnapping people's cats and dogs out of their yards and eating them.
Oh no, this isn't what I voted for. This isn't what I voted for. Yes, it is.
Across America, former MAGA supporters are speaking out, saying things like, "I can't do it anymore." Disillusioned and divided, they're sharing why they're walking away from a movement they once believed in. In this video, you'll hear their powerful stories. Listen closely. The truth may surprise you.
I just don't think we have the same Donald Trump that we had circa 2016 to 2020. This is not the same man. Somewhere along the way, he lost his way. To deny help to tornado victims. Then I heard he denied further assistance from FEMA to North Carolina. This is not the man we voted for. If you are upper middle class or below, I don't see how any of us are faring well under this president. And how long are we just gonna close our eyes to it and pretend it's not happening because it's him? And at least it wasn't the other guy. I will no longer stand by and pretend that I have hope in this president, because I don't.
I know you told me you voted for President Trump. What were you hoping that he would do?
I was hoping he would did something that made sense regarding the economy, made some kind of progress in bettering, the benefits of being a veteran. But I mean, it just seemed like he actually cared about doing what was best for the country. But now it just feels like all about me, Donald Trump, not, the guy out there working in the trenches trying to make ends meet, trying to pay a mortgage, trying to pay the bills. It goes against everything I expected when, I voted for him.
So you're not satisfied with what he did?
No. And it doesn't even have to do with anything about me getting fired. I mean, if I had gotten fired as part of the, government, cutting government spending, I would have been fine with that. I can accept that. But he's not delivering on anything he said he was going to do. So what's your real game plan? It doesn't make sense to me.
Why are you voting on Medicaid? Why are you voting on Medicaid? Can you tell us why? This baby is on Medicaid. This baby's life is saved because of Medicaid, and you are voting to reduce Medicaid. Look, you can run away from us now, but you can't run away from a bad vote. The people remember.
First off, Medicaid is AID, so there's that. Number two, stop falling for stupid shit. They already proved that the people on Medicaid that are going to lose Medicaid are not committing fraud. My 70-year-old grandmother is not committing fraud. The disabled veteran is not committing fraud. The 8-year-old that needs Medicaid because his mom doesn't make enough money working 3 jobs is not committing fraud. And here's a further point. Every single person on the planet deserves health care. Period.
Trump supporter from Indianapolis here, and I just want to say that our gas prices are not down. They are higher. Comment and tell me where you're from and tell me if your gas prices are higher or lower. I'm tired of the lies.
A lot of went wrong in that bill because we were misled. And you say, well, no, we were misled because a lot of people go off what Donald Trump says. We're not going to go read this. We're going to go off what he says. He needs to be more transparent with us whenever he talks about major life-changing topics like no taxes on overtime, no taxes on tips, no taxes on Social Security for the elderly people. Instead, there were stipulations on all of it. The transparency was a zero. The bill is a zero.
I supported him this last year. I apologize for doing so. It was a bad calculation. At the time, it seemed like the right one. But he should be impeached and removed for this one. Wow. And not on some not on some ridiculous Nancy Pelosi. Of course, the Congress will never do it because they're all a bunch of, corrupt hacks.
This is the one thing they support. This is
Donald Trump should be impeached and removed for this. All of his supporters should turn on him. It's the absolute betrayal of everything that he ran and campaigned on and everything that he stood for. And I will say, despite the fact that, Donald Trump supporters have been labeled like a cult following, and that certainly is true for a percentage of his supporters, he is going to lose his coalition over this. I don't just speak for myself when I say there are a lot of us who simply will not go along with this. So it's just a devastating mistake. By the way, on top of that, he's also going to lose the deportation fight because of this. Because right now he needed all the political capital he could have to turn that, you got a majority support for deportations, but the minority is very mobilized and they're out and they're protesting all around the country. He needed all of his political capital for that move. So here's what we got. The neocons win. More war abroad and, bomb the world and invite the world. No matter who you vote for, you always get John McCain.
What the Republican Party has become, it's become MAGA. It's become Donald Trump. It's his people. No matter what he says, it's the truth. To all these people, and my family included. I got friends that are, they're MAGA. They're not Republican. They're not Republican whatsoever. Not what I grew up. Republican Party to me is you hold an extreme level of integrity. You have a solid moral compass. You trust in God and the teachings of Christ. Love your neighbor as yourself. The Republican Party that I have been supportive of my entire life is different.
I don't know if it's just me or what, but I was so excited for Trump to get back into office. For what? For what? Prices are still bad. They're rising. Hell, everybody's struggling. Wasn't you supposed to help us? Wasn't you supposed to? But he's not worried about us because, he's balling. He's rich. He ain't worried about it. So, I just don't understand. I went from supporting him to, what are you doing for us? Making America great again? No, you're making it shit.
My medication, it runs $20,000 a month without insurance. I make $800 a month. Oh, that will kill me. That would kill my friends. That would kill millions of people in this country if they lose their health care.
In the last election, who did you vote for?
I feel embarrassed to tell you that before, all the years back, since I got my citizenship, I said I was a Democrat, but then, in these last elections, I voted as a Republican. Why? Because I'm against abortion. Para mí, la palabra conservador es tener valores. I grew up with values, con las enseñanzas de mis padres.
Family values.
Family values.
If we could go back to November, who would you vote for now, seeing what you see?
Not either one.
You just wouldn't have voted.
Not either.
The first man I ever voted for president pretty much let me down. My friends and family don't see it. They think that he's the greatest thing that ever walked the planet since Jesus Christ, and he ain't.
All right, I voted for Trump. When are we going to make America great again? Oh, we're working on it. Cool. Like, what are you working on? Like lowering grocery prices? Actually, we're going to build this really cool ballroom at the White House. Am I going to be invited to come to the ballroom? Fuck no. Look at you. You're gross. You're fucking disgusting.
I never thought that I would see a day where I would be rooting for a university above Donald J. Trump and his administration. But I don't recognize his administration right now. I don't recognize what's happening. I have a theory. I do. We were kicking around some theories earlier, me and the team, and we were going, how could Trump be such a free speech enthusiast and allowing these things to happen? Going after college universities, trying to suppress speech, while pretending that you're not suppressing speech, while pretending that you're fighting DEI. It's so messy. It's so obvious. Everyone knows what you're doing. People who are still trying to grift, I suppose, are not willing to challenge you on this, which is ridiculous, because when you are out of office, we are going to have to live with these consequences. Our children are going to have to grow up in this America.
For many, the breaking point came when promises turned to division and hope turned to anger. They watched friends, families, and communities torn apart. and realized something had to change. These are their stories of awakening, reflection, and courage to walk away.
Haley Robertson, and I voted for him. I voted for Trump. And for him to say what he's saying is beyond me, because I put my hope in him and he's supposed to protect us. And for him to say that this is a joke and that it's sides, this is not sides. We will say it time and time again. None of us are up there accusing him of anything. There is no one that is accusing him of any wrongdoing. So for the fact that he is saying those things and saying it's a hoax, who are you hiding for then? Because if it's not you, then who is it? And that scares me. Who is it?
Whoa.
He needs to come down on our level and live like we do. He wouldn't survive, I'm afraid.
Are y'all tired of being lied to yet, MAGA? Team Taco, you fake-ass patriots, are y'all tired of being lied to yet? You don't ever get sick of it? Yeah, you've been lied to the whole time. You know you have. I mean, where's all the Haitians at that was eating people's dogs and cats up there in Ohio? They never existed, did they? What about all of the Venezuelan drug gangs up there in Aurora, Colorado? Never existed. It didn't exist at all. What about the Biden crime family? That went away as soon as he dropped out of the presidential race, didn't it?
Saudi Arabia giving $25 million, Qatar, all of these countries. These are people that kill women and treat women horribly, and yet you take their money.
Not a gift to me, it's a gift to the Department of Defense, and you should know better.
Why don't you give back the money that you've taken from certain countries that treat certain groups of people so horribly?
You should be embarrassed asking that question. They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, don't give us, I want to pay you $1 billion or 400 million or whatever it is. Or I could say, thank you very much.
Why don't you give back the money? I think it would be a great gesture.
I thought it was a beautiful gesture. Now, there are those that say we shouldn't be accepting gifts to the Defense Department. And I would say only a stupid person would say that.
It should have never happened. And I think you owe an explanation to the American people.
We're giving to everybody else. Why wouldn't I accept the gift?
If I ever said that, that's quid pro quo.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him. It's that Trump is a really bad candidate. And frankly, I think a really bad person. But look, we told you so. To all these white working class voters, we told you so. We told you that Trump was going to be a terrible candidate. We told you that you were an idiot if you voted for him. And my biggest problem with Trump, I mean, and there are many, many things to pick out, but my biggest problem with Trump is that his message to the right, especially the white working class of which I came from, is anti-conservative and in some ways anti-American.
Well, Mr. President, I appreciate you allowing me to join you on this incredible journey. I thank you for the trust that you placed in me. And I think that we just witnessed the greatest political comeback in the history of the United States of America.
Because I'm going to be honest with you, and I say this like not loud because I don't know how everybody got their own opinion, right? I voted for him last November. I voted for him in 2020. I know it's probably shocking because I'm here, but like I would have voted in 2016, but I was too young, so I couldn't, right? I used to have a political platform online all across social media. I have over 150,000 followers. I used to host protests like this in DC. I used to be a Trumpy, a diehard.
I feel really betrayed, and I feel really, really angry. We have a president who tells us to move on from Epstein because it doesn't matter. Are you guys still talking about this? Seriously? And yet he still talks about the 2020 election fraud. He talks about the Hunter Biden laptop. He talks about all this stuff from 5-6 years ago, and he tells us to move on from the Epstein trial or the Epstein case. People like me will not stop talking about this. I feel so betrayed and so angry. This is not what I voted for.
I'm concerned about being able to trust Donald Trump to keep his word. In his campaign, he said he was going to let us know all of the facts about this. And now he's saying, go away, don't pay attention to it.
These Epstein files, we were told that there was going to be released. There was his client list that was going to be released. And the fact that it's suddenly gone away and he's trying to gaslight us is like a punch in the gut to MAGA.
And I'm so angry at my own party. And I'm angry at all the men in leadership in the House and the Senate. And I'm like, you guys are weak and pathetic. And so that is my viewpoint, because I'm a business owner, and I think of these are our customers, and we have a responsibility to serve our customers, and we have a responsibility to take care of our employees. And then also I'm a mom, and I think you always take care of your children. No matter what, you go above and beyond to take care of your kids and make sure they're safe, make sure they're, everything about it is good for them and their future. And I'll just tell you, I'm beyond pissed off at my own party and the leadership in the House and the Senate, that they are totally blowing it.
Lloyd, what's the message?
Jesus died on that cross so we could live, and this is not living.
Amen. I respect that.
Screw the Republican Party. I've been a Republican since I was 18 years old. I'm 62 now, and I'm embarrassed to say I've stuck it out this long. The last 10 years have been enough of this crap. Support me. Hit all those buttons on the right-hand side of your screen. Follow me. Leave me a comment. Repost this. Every Republican that I know right now, I'm trying to get flipped over to the Democratic Party. Join me in this effort, please. It's the only way we're going to get these idiots out of office.
Do you still support Trump today?
I don't know. I think he lied a lot. I think he didn't put out there that I was going to see a 10-year-old girl in handcuffs. He didn't put that we were going to see people chased down on the work site and deported on site. He put in that he was going to deport criminals, and he was going to deport the people that were dangerous to society. There's a lot of things that he put out there that I thought he didn't cross this many lines in 2016.
I don't know what to think anymore. I literally trust nobody. I don't trust anybody, man. Definitely don't trust the government. And I don't know who to believe, and I don't know what to think anymore.
Yeah, the Charlie Kirk thing really opened my eyes too, in the list that never got off Pam Bondi's desk that we're told to forget about. I won't forget about it. Don't gaslight me anymore. That orange man, I swear. I cannot believe I fell for all that, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it took so long, but at least at least I see it now. A lot of people in my comments are mad that it took so long. Well, I'm sorry.
Mr. Trump, see this? I was your supporter. I was your supporter. I used to love you. I used to vote for you. I used to believe in you. Now, listen to you. You need to start doing the will of the people, not what you think. You are becoming a dictator, and I'm telling you that right now. You are not doing what you said you were going to do. You say you are, but you're not, and you're dragging feet. You're dragging your feet.
When Trump was up in front of everybody standing next to Netanyahu saying, this is the greatest deal for peace in the Middle East. Everybody agrees with us. Everybody's on board. It's going to be a great thing. Did that walkout not happen at the UN General Assembly? I mean, I know I have my mixed emotions about the UN. We all do, right? But did that not happen? Did all those nations change their mind? Or do they not matter? Those are my questions. Am I allowed to ask these? Because apparently not. I voted for Trump 3 fucking times. He won all 3 times. I was at the Capitol on January 6th. I was sold out MAGA up until one of my favorite people on the planet got shot in front of the whole world. And I started paying attention to the questions he was asking.
Of Revelation 13:3. I'm just saying he's the only one who could be right now. Go read Revelation 13. He's the only man that fits that description. Yeah, and I'm totally done with the dude. He's done to me. He's done. He's a goner. He's compromised. He's right up there with the rest of the pedophiles, man. And it sucks to say that because I supported him for a long time, but he's a good actor, and he had me fooled for a long, long time. God bless y'all, and thank you.
But if you actually care about what's happening in the country, maybe you would want to talk to some different people, and maybe you would hope to build a coalition and move some votes back over to the Democrats if you think that they have a better idea for America. But obviously that's not what you want. But God forbid we shine a light on the people who...
You know what I'm getting a lot of? You talked to him. You platformed him as if he was at 0%. And then we talked to him, and then he won the election. As if he had fucking no shot of winning. Hold on. People were like, this guy's a monster. He's not a human being. saying, then we humanize him. That's what he keeps saying.
Let's just talk about the immigration thing. The way it looks is horrific. When you're just arresting people in front of their kids and just normal, regular people that have been here for 20 years, that everybody who has a heart can't get along with that. No.
Oh man, it is obviously frustrating to see Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn and Andrew Schultz get on their podcast and express confusion about what Donald Trump is doing. Like, how could we have known he would be so evil? Well, because he ran on being evil. He ran on mass deportation. He ran on militarizing the police. He lied on the debate stage and said that immigrants were kidnapping people's cats and dogs out of their yards and eating them. He was like very openly racist and hawkish on immigration during his campaign. So how could you have known? I mean, it was obvious. And these are the guys who had Donald Trump on their podcasts, who endorsed him, humanized him, who made it cool and trendy for young men to vote for Donald Trump.
Oh no, this isn't what I voted for. This isn't what I voted for. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You just didn't take the time to read his actual agenda. You didn't take the time to actually read the 180-day plan that those around him wanted him to implement. He won you over with his racism, and you didn't think it was going to affect you. Oh, now that it affects you, what about me? Now I want sympathy because it's affecting me. No, you don't get off that easy. You don't get off that easy. I want to see you put your vote where your mouth is. Put your vote where your mouth is in 2026. You don't get to now cry online, I didn't vote for this. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. He won you over with his racism. That's all it took. Oh, he's a businessman? Oh, he's a business... Really? Really? You're going to go with that? No. This is what you voted for.
Leaving a movement isn't easy. It means questioning what you once believed and facing uncomfortable truths. But across America, more people are finding the courage to step away from hate, fear, and false promises. Their stories remind us that change begins with honesty and that unity starts when we truly listen to one another. Understanding these voices isn't about blame. It's about growth and healing. If this message resonates with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share to keep these stories alive. And click the video on your screen to hear more powerful voices from across America.